Alrighty, here we go. Hey there everybody, it's the Nasty One here again. Welcome back. Next episode of the Buzzards franchise here in 7. Last episode was the first doubleheader of the year. We took on the Crocodiles on the road in a battle for the division lead. We ended up sweeping the doubleheader 5-2 and then 12-0 to take sole possession of first place as we hold a half-game lead over the Nemesis, who are in second place currently. Unfortunately, in that 12-0 shellacking, we lost 2 more players to injury. Starting pitcher Jude Hokey pulled his hamstring despite being able to power through and complete the complete game shutout. And we also lost shortstop Jameer Shoei, who inflamed his Achilles sliding into second base on a ground ball. So with that, we're now up to 4 injured players on the season so far. Good news is we'll be getting 1 back here at the end of the first game. Unfortunately, we'll be without our starting shortstop for the foreseeable future. Looking at the pitching matchup here for Game 1 as we come into this matchup against the 4th place Jacks, who come in at 4-4. We come in at 6-3 on a 5-game winning streak. 1-1 on the year is Paxton Griffith. He is 4.85 ERA and a 1.62 WHIP, coming off a complete game shutout in his previous start. And on the mound for the Jacks is their ace, Beavis Ortiz, 1-0 with a 2.92 ERA and a 1.38 WHIP, having another solid campaign. Lineup for the first game, leading off at shortstop, will be the Wink, as he will use his utility man abilities to go move down there to shortstop, though he does suffer the fielding penalty, unfortunately. Batting second over at catcher is Jaden Norris, the backup, as he's in for the tense Oliver. Batting third is in center field is Worry Less, Spool Worrymore. Batting fourth out in left field is Big Country Buck Swiner. Batting fifth at second base, head of the class Diaz. Batting sixth out in right field is Carter Balls Mahoney. Batting 7th at third base is Ed the Man Manning. And batting 8th over at first base is Atticus Macias, our backup, as Doherty is 1 game away from being fully healed up. And batting 9th will be the pitcher Griffith in Game 1. Let's get it on. Heading to Founders Field for our 2nd straight doubleheader here on the season. 2nd of 3 this year. Our 3rd one, thankfully, is a little later in the season, so we get some breathing room in between the 2. Looking at the Jacks, first time I think we've seen them this year. Went all out on the offense. Speed is non-existent for the Jacks at this moment in time. They've also got pretty good defense, rotation, and bullpen pitching. So they're a pretty solid team on paper, but again, only 4-4. Having trouble being consistent this season, it appears. So they've been playing from the bottom for most of the season. Winkelson leads off first here against Ortiz, followed by Norris and Worrymore to start the first. Wink is locked in, hitting .550 on the year with a homer, 9 RBIs on the season. Here's a look at Ortiz's numbers in the regular season. Beavis in his 2 starts this year is 1-0. He has a 2.92 ERA and a 1.38 WHIP. He's given up 5 runs, 4 of them earned, in 12 1/3 innings pitched, just over 6 innings a start on average. 13 hits surrendered, 1 wild pitch, 4 walks, 2 hit batsmen, 8 strikeouts, and a batting average against a .260, which is the best in the starting rotation at this moment. He's ready. Here we go. That's a slider low from Ortiz. Ball 1. Slider hangs down the middle. Line to right center. Base hit for the Wink as he's on with a leadoff single. Coming up next is backup catcher Jaden Norris, hitting .200 on the year. Outside pitch active for Jaden. Dribble down and in, bounces, ball 1. Fastball down and in, lined at the middle. Nice diving play by Lopez. Picks it to first in time. 1 down as Winkelson advances on the fielder's choice. Runner in scoring position for Worry Less as the right center fielder today, hitting .364, 3 RBIs on the season. Pick off the second, nothing doing as Wink is back safely. Dribble down in the dirt, bounces, ball 1 from Ortiz. Fastball up and in, popped up foul behind the plate. Therefore, it is the catcher, Spears, who makes the catch. Recently signed out of free agency. 2 down, and that'll bring up Big Country Buck Swiner. Left fielder has high pitch active here, hitting .306 with a homer and an RBI on the year. Curveball up and away is high, ball 1. Curveball up and in, chop the first. Easy play for Godsendez, and that's 1-2. That's going to end the inning here, as we get a leadoff single but do nothing with it. Bottom 1, Godsendez, Buffler, and Salinas do up against Griffith. Devin Godsendez, the former Grapplers first baseman, is leading off the inning for the Jacks, recently picked up in free agency. He'll be the first batter to face Paxton Griffith. Griffith in his second year is 1-1 on the year, 4.85 ERA with 1.62 WHIP. He's given up 7 earned runs in 13 innings pitched. 2 games started, 20 hits surrendered, 1 walk, 3 homers, 1 complete game shutout thrown, and 6 strikeouts recorded. Batting average against a .351 in the year for Paxton. He is coming off a complete game shutout. And that was his first career victory in the regular season, so we'll see how well he translates this to his next start. Lineup for the Jacks looks like this. After Godsendas, it is second baseman OG member Huffley Buffler. Batting third out in left field again is Juniper Salinas for her 3rd straight year with the Jacks. Batting fourth, center fielder Joey McFreddy in the same boat as Salinas, 3rd year here. Batting fifth in his 2nd year with the team, 3rd baseman Hito Moonshada. Batting sixth, shortstop Charlie Lopez. I believe it's his 2nd year with them as well. Batting 7th, recently acquired catcher Arm Spears. Batting 8th over in right field, Javi Yoder in his 2nd year with the Jacks. And batting 9th is the pitcher Beavis Ortiz. There's his fastball down in the way is low, ball 1. Ball inside, line to first on the ground. Macias there picks it on a hop to first. 1 down, nice play. Next up is second baseman Huffley Buffler, hitting .286, 2 homers, 3 RBIs on the year. There's his changeup down and in is low from Griffith, ball 1. Two-seamer down and away, chased foul, 1-1. Four-seamer up and in, popped up foul, Norris going over. He'll watch it get out of play though, 1-2. Throw ball down in the dirt, chased and fouled back, Buffler stays alive. Two-seamer up and away, blew it by him, strike 3. First punch out of the day for Griffith, 2 down in the inning. And that'll bring up Salinas, left fielder with inside pitch active, hitting .242 with a homer and 2 RBIs on the season. Hey, one boy, how's it going? Yes, you did miss the Crocs doubleheader. That was last night's episode. It was a good one. You would have enjoyed it. We ended up winning Game 1 5-2, and then we blew them out in the second game 12-0. Unfortunately, we did suffer some more injuries. We lost shortstop Jameer Shoei. He inflamed his Achilles sliding into second base. And then Hokie, well, we can't sub out Griffith to show you, but Hokie pulled his hamstring. But on the plus note, Hokie proceeded, after pulling his hamstring running the bases in the top of the 6th, told me, "Coach, I got this." He then proceeded to throw a complete game shutout. So he pitched through the injury and didn't aggravate it, so that's a plus, I guess. But that is now 4 injuries we've suffered this year. Yeah, he should hopefully be healed up next time he starts. Yeah, it's been a struggle. Fastball in the dirt, ball 1 to Salinas. Third ball away, strike called, 1-1. Two-seamer up and away, Griffith takes it in there for a strike, 1-2. Change up away, fouled off. Salinas was going at it, but she did not miss, thankfully. Fastball up, fouled back, 1-2 the count. Ball down in the dirt, chopped the third at the line, backhanded by Manning. He'll make the play to first, and that's a 1-2-3 inning for Griffith. Good start for the sophomore. To the second, we're scoreless. Diaz, Mahoney, and Manning 2 up. Leading off the inning is the head of the class. Diaz hitting .324 on the year, 3 RBIs here at second base today, batting in the 5 slot. First pitch from Ortiz, curveball in the dirt, ball 1. Strike in there at the letters, 1-1. Good pitch on the heater. Fastball down, and then Diaz lines it to center, but it's right at McFreddy, who makes the easy catch, 1 down. Next up, right fielder Carter balls Mahoney, hitting .379, 1 homer, 4 RBIs on the season. Mahoney going to be starting for the foreseeable future thanks to the injury to Shoei, forcing Winkleson to play shortstop as that hanging curveball is blasted to right center. Running it down, though, is Yoder on the warning track. 2 down in the inning, and that'll bring up the man, Ed Manning, hitting .353 with 6 RBIs. Yes, the game does not want that to happen. I have to have at least 1 star player get injured in a season. This time it's just like, hey, I'm going to give you 3. Doherty's not really a star, but the other 3 definitely hurt us. Shoei obviously is an A-. Worrymore was injured earlier this year. He was an A, and Jude also an A-. So yeah, those are some pretty serious injuries. 1-0 the count. Manning takes that slider low. Fastball inside, misses. 2-0 to Ed. Fastball middle in, grounded to short. Right there is Lopez to first, and that's a 1-2-3 inning for Ortiz here in the second. Bottom two, it is scoreless. McFreddy, Moonshada, and Lopez do up here against Griffith. True, 4 starters. Not all of them were superstars, but yes, we've lost 4 starters to injury. It hasn't even been a bench player either. It's just been the starters. And then don't forget that marathon game where all the starters were tired. Winkelson is still tired, but he's playing through it. McFreddy on the year, batting in the 4 slot. Center fielder hitting .250 with 6 RBIs on the year. Change up in the dirt, way out in front of it. 0-1. Yep, Tommy John last year, and now the hamstring injury, though thankfully this hamstring one wasn't as serious. Fastball pulled foul, 0-2 the count. Well, good thing we beefed up the rest of the rotation to back him up, so we don't need him as much. 2-seamer outside, 1-2 the count. Change it down and away, outside, 2-2 the count. I mean, think about it. In our last 4 starts, dating back to Griffith's last start, Griffith threw a shutout. Bonventre only gave up 1 run. Deputy only gave up 1 run, and then Hokie threw a shutout. So we've only given up 2 earned runs from our starting pitching the last 4 games. Foul rip ball, whatever the fuck that was. 2-2 the count. Is that even English? Do I even know how to English? Hard to say these days. Throw ball down and away, in the dirt, full count. Two-seamer up and in. Blew it by him, strike 3. Second punch out for Griffith. 1 down. Next up, Moonshada, third baseman, has high pitch active here, hitting .250. 1 homer, 6 RBIs. Fastball down in the way in the first pitch, fouled back, 0-1. Change it down and in, low, 1-1. Change it down in the way, grounded up the middle. Nice pick by Griffith on the reflex to first, 2 down. Whew, good reactions from Paxton, and that'll bring up Lopez, shortstop hitting .250 on the year with 3 RBIs. First pitch to him, a curveball down and away, low, ball 1. Seamer up and in, inside and high, 2-0. Seamer down and in, just low, 3-0 the count. Away is outside, ball 4. First walk today from Griffith, and that'll extend the inning here for Spears, the newly acquired catcher. Arms on the year, hitting 2 for 7 on the season, as he hasn't been a starter up until joining the Jacks organization right before their last game. So now becomes a full-time catcher as that fastball's in there on the check swing, 0-1. The ball inside is lined down the left field line. That is foul, 0-2 the count to Spears. Open away, lined up the middle base hit as Spears delivers a line drive single. 2 on with 2 down now for the Jacks as they're in business here. Good RBI chance for the bottom of the lineup. Here's this 8-hitter, right fielder Javi Yoder, who unfortunately has RBI dud. He does, however, an outside pitch to counter it, but he is only hitting 192 this year, as his hitting ratings have taken a big drop-off in this season. Granted, he is in his 7th year, so he is getting old, showing signs of that regression. Let's see if he can deliver his 3rd or 4th RBIs of the season. Seamer inside, lined and short on the ground. Winkelson picks it behind his back and makes the play to first. Nice stop by an outfielder. Heck, you couldn't even tell he was an outfielder on that play. To the 3rd, we're scoreless. Macias, Griffith, and Winkelson do up. Leading off is backup first baseman Atticus Macias, hitting .400 on the year. 4 RBIs on the season for Atticus, as Ortiz is locked in after 2 shutout innings. Slider inside, misses, ball 1. Curveball hangs on the next pitch, line to right, but it's right at Yoder. Easy first out. Next up is the pitcher Griffith, batting .500 on the year with 2 RBIs. No one on base, 1 down in the inning. Strike in there, 0-1. Slider low, 1-1. Swung through a fastball, 1-2. Fastball away. Griffith lines it softly to right center. That's dropping quickly. Nice sliding catch by Yoder. 2 down. Showing off the glove. That may have not regressed, but his hitting sure did. 2 down, bases empty for Winkelson, who's now on fire after the single in the first inning. Slider low, ball 1. Fastball inside, 2-0. Slider middle in, line at the middle. Nice hit for Winkelson. His 2nd as it's by the diving shortstop. Runner at first with 2 down as he's 2 for 2 today, and that'll bring up Norris. Catcher 0 for 1 with the ground out today to shortstop. Outside pitch still active for Norris. Pick off to first, nothing doing. There it goes. goes. Fastball at the knees. Norris cracks at the center field on the hit and run, but it's going to hang up for McFreddy on the warning track. In a step now, he will put it away, and that will end the inning. Bottom of the third, it is scoreless. Ortiz, Godsendez, and Buffler go up against Griffith. Oh, I did not look at it yet, actually. I saw that you sent it, but I was driving home from work at the time, so couldn't use my phone. I'm going to take a look at it right here between innings as Ortiz is due to lead off, hitting 2 for 7 on the year. He's locked in. Go ahead and have a quick peek at this. If it makes you happy, it's going to be good. Da-da-da-da, dun-da-da. Oh, that is beautiful. Risk the RBI man for the fielding and the arm for Guns Jackman, which we all know he frickin' needs. Thank the gods. I'm assuming you went for it because that is a very cheap upgrade, even if you do lose RBI, Dud. Even if you lose RBI, man, Jackman is still a beast. Hell yeah. You didn't lose it, did you? You got the 10 fielding and the... Nice. Solid. Now that's why you take the risks, everybody. Ortiz ready to lead off. Griffith is set. Here we are. Fastball down the middle. 0-1. Nice pitch. Still have the RBI, man. You love to hear it, and now he's a slightly less shitty fielder. Two-seamer outside misses. 1-1 the count. Changeup hangs. Ortiz lines it to left. It's right at Big Country. He'll make the catch. 1 down. Next up is Godsendez. 0 for 1 day for Devin. First pitch changeup at the knees. Way out in front of it is Godsendez as he was geared up for the heat. 0-1. Four-seamer inside. Fouled off. 0-2 the count to Devin. Ball down in the way. Grounder to short. Winkelson charges. Makes the play to first. 2 down in the inning. Next up, Buffler. He's 0 for 1 today. First pitch two-seamer down in the way. Line foul. 0-1. Changeup up. Buffler fouls it back. 0-2 the count. Receiver down and in. Turned on by Buffler, and he smokes that one. It is going for the third deck. It's off the face of it. Almost hits the third deck. Buffler hits a home run as Griffith's Achilles heel rears its ugly head here in the third. Third of the year for Buffler. It is 1-0 Jacks as he obliterated that fastball. Holy shit, I've never seen anyone hit the face of the third deck. I've never seen anyone hit it in the third deck. Oh, well, that's a shame. 4th homer of the year given up by Griffith. Remember, his other 3 were given up on his first start of the year. This has been the problem with Griffith in his short career. He gave up 6 homers last year, already 4 this year, averaging 5 a season as Salinas is due up next. 0 for 1 today with a ground out. Curveball away. Ground at the middle of the second. Nice diving play by Diaz, but he just misses it. Into the gap it goes. Warmer cuts it off, and that'll hold Salinas. Just a single. She does not run particularly well. Next up, McFreddy. 0 for 1 today. Curveball down and in. Line at the middle base hit for McFreddy as now they're teeing off on Griffith. 3 straight hard hit balls. 2 down in the inning. 2 on, and that'll bring up Moonshada. 0 for 1 day Fajito. Four-seamer down and in. Check swing strike. 0-1. Change it down in the way. Outside. 1-1. Two-seamer away. Line in the hole. Pass first into right. That's a base hit. Base is loaded now as Mahoney gets it in quickly. Base is juiced. Here's Lopez, who walked his first time up. Can he be as patient as he was his first time around? Maybe. First pitch two-seamer up and away. Check swing. It's high and outside. Good take. Two-seamer up. Lopez lines it to center, and that's going to get the job done. 1 run is going to be in. Worrymore bobbles it. Second runner will score. It is 3-0 as they give Worrymore an error on that. It was a hard hit ball, to be fair, but I don't think that was worthy of an error. Next up is Spears. He's 1 for 1 today with the singles. Griffith is starting to come unglued here in the third, as he's now tense. Curveball down in the way in the dirt. Ball 1. Fastball at the knees. Hit up the first base line. Nice diving play by Macias. Saves the hit. Flips it to Griffith in time to end the inning. But the Jacks unload with 3 runs in the inning. Started off by the home run by Buffler, and then the 2-run single there with an error charged to Worrymore. So To the fourth, we're down 3. Heart of the lineup up, though, is Warrimore due to lead off. Now tense after the fielding error. He's 0 for 1. Let's see if he can turn it around at the plate. As Ortiz is still locked in. Curveball up and in, called a strike, 0-1. Curveball away, line to second, right at Buffler. Easy catch on the soft liner, 1 down. That'll bring up Big Country, who has high pitch active here. Picked that up 2 episodes ago. That was a nice little upgrade. Fastball up and in, misses, ball 1. Buck is now also maxed out on contacts, or power, so he becomes the second player on our team as a hitter to become an A overall. Curveball in the dirt, 2-0 the count. Slider away, line in the left field, base hit for Swiner. Big Country delivers, he's 1 for 2. That'll bring up head of the class, he's 0 for 1 today. Grounded out his first time up to second base. Curveball inside, misses, ball 1. Heater inside, strike called, 1-1. Fastball at the knees, Diaz lines it to center, but it's right at McFreddy. 2 down in the inning. Runner remains at first, and that'll bring up the 6-hitter. Ball's Mahoney. He's 0 for 1 today with a flyout. Had a lot of hard hit fly balls today, but they've all been going right at fielders as that fastball put away is high, ball 1. Heater up the letters, 1-1 the count. Fastball up, line to right center. That's a nice hit for Mahoney's. That's going to go in the gap. Coming to third is Swiner. Runners will be at the corners with 2 down, as we're going to need a clutch 2-out hit here from the man, Ed Manning. Ed's 0 for 1 today. Flew out his first time up. Fastball up and in is high, ball 1. Curveball hangs. Manning jumps on it to center, but that's the right person to hang a pitch to outside of the pitcher because he has no power. Line drive fly ball goes right to McFreddy, and that ends the inning. Bottom 4, it is still 3-0. Yoder, Ortiz, and Godsendez due up. Yoder leading off. He's 0 for 1 today with a ground out. Fastball in. Curveball middle in. Ripped foul by Yoder into the seats, out of play. 0-2 the count. Change it down and away. In the dirt, 1-2. Two-seamer inside. Line at the middle on the ground. Base hit. Nice hard hit grounder from Yoder. His first hit today. He's 1 for 2. Next up, Ortiz, 0 for 1 today. Looking for a bunt here, I'm assuming. Fastball up, bunt shown. Pulled back. Strike called. 0-1. Two-seamer down the middle. Bunt shown. Pulled back. 0-2. Fastball inside, bunt shown, pulled back, inside, 1-2. Two-seamer away, shown, bunt, pulled back, 2-2. Two-seamer up and in, bunt is up, foul ball, strike 3. Third punch out for Griffith today. I'm going to bring up Godsendez, who's 0 for 2. First pitch change up low, in the dirt, ball 1. Two-seamer up and away, way high, 2-0. Seamer down and in, runner goes, hit and run, fouled off, 2-1. Ball down, in the dirt, 3-1. Seamer up and in, high, ball 4, second walk for Griffith today. 2 on, 1 down, here's Buffler. Solo home run to start the scoring last inning, he's 1 for 2 today. Looking to get back to a 300 batting average with the base hit here. First pitch, 4-seamer up, high, ball 1. Curveball down and away, outside, 2-0. Two-seamer middle of the plate, blew it by him, 2-1. Change it down and in, line to third. Manning over his glove into the corner. He had no chance to react as that was a really hard hit. This will be a single for Buffler. Runners at the corners on the RBI single. It is 4-0 Jacks. Good effort from Griffith. He's just not getting the outs. Here's Salinas, 1 for 2 with a single. Let's change it away. Strike called, 0-1. Four-seamer away. Lined into right field. That's into the corner. That's extra bases. Or, well, it's a single at least. Salinas gets a single out of it. Runners at the corners. 5-0 Jacks. First RBI for Salinas. Then I'll bring up McFreddy, 1 for 2 with a single. RBI man now active. First pitch curveball down in the way, in the dirt, ball 1. Change it middle in. Strike called, 1-1.
Two-seamer at the knees. Hard grounder past the diving Manning up the line at third. That's another single. First and second now with one down as it's 6-0 Jacks. McFreddy has an RBI now. Griffith is coming unglued. Next up, Machado 1 for 2 with a single as he's now rattled. First pitch, two-seamer down in the way. Just outside. Ball 1. Four-seamer middle of the plate. Grounded to short. Winkelson to second 1. Diaz to first. Double play ends the inning as we finally get out of it, but the Jacks double up and make it 6-0 to the 5th. We'll see as Griffith and Winkelson do up. And we're definitely going to pinch it for Griffith. He'll be done after 4 innings. Gives up 6 runs, 10 hits, 2 walks, strikes out 3 batters, 1 home run surrendered, and 6 earned runs. Not a good start at all for Paxton. Macias due to lead off. Hard grounder his first time up. For about the knees, chopped up the middle, base hit. Macias gets a diamond cutter through, and he's on with the leadoff single as that'll bring the pitcher slot to the plate. We are definitely pinch hitting here. Griffith on today as he's tense. He's done, as we already stated. Coming off the bench, pinch hit is going to be first baseman Miriam Daugherty, who is almost healed up from her shoulder injury. She is well enough to pinch hit and not get a penalty for not taking a rest. So she can bat here, hitting .333 on the year, 2 RBIs as our primary first baseman. Still recovering from a dislocated shoulder, suffered 3 episodes ago. Curveball outside, misses, ball 1. Fastball away, 2-0 the count. Fastball up and in, lined in the center on the power swing, but it's right at McFreddy. Another hard hit line drive out in the outfield, 1 down. Next up is Winkelson. He's 2 for 2 today, 2 singles as he's on fire. Fastball up, it's high, ball 1. Fastball away, strike call, 1-1. There it goes. Fastball up away, blew it by him on the swing, throw down. Just in time on the failed hit and run. Macias is thrown out for the first time this year. He's 0 for 1 on the year. 1-2 the count now. Fastball middle in, chop the short. Easy play for Lopez, and that ends the inning. Yep, tried to get something started and failed miserably. Coming out of the bullpen is long reliever rookie Ed Salgado as he'll take over on the mound. Bottom 5, we are down 6-0. Lopez, Spears, and Yoder due up. Charlie Lopez leading off 1 for 1 today with a single walk and 2 RBIs. They'll be facing the rookie Salgado. Ed, in his first 3 appearances this year, has thrown 10 innings of relief work, all of them scoreless. Whip of .030. He has given up 1 hit this season with 2 walks, and he has struck out 12 batters. Batting average against is .032 on the season. Salgado has been out the last 4 games as they have not needed to use him, so he's probably a little rusty. First pitch fastball, broken bat. Maybe not. 0-1. Curveball at the knees. Lined in the left center. Yeah, he's a little rusty over the leaping Winkelson. It goes, and Lopez has his second hit today as he'll have extra bases. Be in there with a leadoff double. Lopez now locked in, and that's going to bring up Spears. 1 for 2 today with a single. First pitch curveball down and in. Fouled off, 0-1. Change up down and away. Low, 1-1. Four-seamer middle in. Chop the short. Winkelson no play at third. He has to go to first. 1 down. Good reactions there from Lopez. Going to bring up Yoder. 1 for 2 today with a single. He also has RBI dead active again for the second time today. Four-seamer up and in. Strike called, 0-1. Change it down and in is low, 1-1. Slider middle in. Ripped hard and foul. Thank God he was early. 1-2 the count. Four-seamer down and in. Driven by Yoder down the right field line as that is foul. Just missed a home run. 1-2 pitch coming. Curveball up and in. High, 2-2. Four-seamer inside. Liner to left center softly. That's another RBI single. First hit today. First run given up on the year by Salgado. It is 7-0 Jacks as Salgado is tense. Jacks showing up today. Next up, Ortiz. He's 0 for 2. Tried to sack bunt last time up and struck out. Fastball up. Bunt is foul. 0-1. Four-seamer inside. Bunt shown. Fouled off. 0-2. Seamer up and in, bunt shown, pulled back high, 1-2. Seamer up and away, bunt is up. Nice diving catch by Norris, 2 down, a little unnecessary though. Here's Godsendez. Walked last time up. He is 0 for 2 today. First pitch slider down and away. Line to right field. Hit well. Mahoney there on the warning track to make the catch, and that will end the inning. Salgado, though, gives up a run on an RBI single to Yoder. 7-0 now to the 6th. The Jacks are in firm control here in Game 1 of a doubleheader. Hard lineup coming up for us as we look to get back in it. Norris, Warrimore, and Swiner look to break Ortiz out of his, what's the word I'm looking for? Groove, that's it. Norris up first, 0 for 2 today for the catcher. Slider down and in, called strike, 0-1. Fastball up, fouled off, 0-2 the count. Fastball up and in, popped up the second. Right there is Buffler, easy first out. Next up, Worry Less. He's 0 for 2 today. He's also made an error in the field, so he's tense. Curveball down and in, strike called, 0-1. Fastball up, swung through it, 0-2 as Whiffer activates here. Chased it up and away, dribbler to second, charging Buffler. Bare hands at the first, 2 down. Next up, Swiner, high big country, 1 for 2 today with a single last time at the plate. Fastball up and in, strike called, 0-1. Fastball high, 1-1. Fastball up the knee, Swiner hits it well to right center, but he just missed it. Over for McFreddy in the gap, he will make the catch, and that is a 1-2-3 6th inning for Ortiz as he has a quality start through 6. Bottom 6, it is 7-0 now. Hard lineup coming up for the Jacks here in the 6th inning. Buffler leading off, 2 for 3. RBI single last time up. He's also hit a solo home run. Facing the rookie Salgado. Slider down and in is inside. Ball 1. Seamer down and away. Fouled off. 1-1. Ball down and away. Grounded up the middle. Base hit. Third hit today for Buffler. He is 3 for 4. Leadoff man on again for the Jacks as they look to extend the lead. Here's Salinas, 2 for 3 today, 2 singles and an RBI. Four-seamer up and away, outside. Curveball down and away, low. Slider away, strike called, 2-1. Four-seamer down and away, chased it low, dribbler to second. Diaz there flips the second one. Winkelson to first, in, ooh, just late, one down on the fielder's choice. Now to bring up McFreddy, 2 for 3 today with 2 singles, which drove in a run last time up. First pitch curveball down and away. Swung through it in the dirt, 0-1. What's in the middle in? Fouled off, 0-2. Change it down and away. Chased it outside, strike 3. First punch up for Salgado out of the bullpen. 2 down, now to bring up Moonshada, 1 for 3 with a single. Fastball down and away, outside, 1-0. Slider down and in. Line down the left field line by Moonshada. Fair ball into the corner it goes as Swiner gives chase. Throw coming into second. Runners at the corners now with 2 down on the single by Moonshada. Keeps hitting alive for Lopez, who doubled in a run last time up. He is 2 for 2 today. Or sorry, he just doubled. He's also singled in 2 runs and walked today. He's now locked in as well. First pitch change up middle in. Just inside. Ball 1. Forcing me down and away. Grounder in the hold of second. Diaz dives, makes a nice stop to first. In time, and Salgado puts up another 0. To the 7th, it is 7-0. Diaz, Mahoney, and Manning do up. Jesus, he's already dead. Man, just hit him while they're down. Yeah, basically. Diaz up first. He's 0 for 2 today. Still looking to break through in the hit column here against Ortiz, who's cruising along. Strike up and in on the heater, 0-1. Ortiz's ERA is now under 2 on the season. Strike up and away, 0-2 the count. Fastball up, line to center field, and Diaz whizzes that by Beavis' Ortiz's left ear as he flinches. Flashbacks to when he got drilled a few seasons ago. Leadoff man on, here's Balls Mahoney, 1 for 2 with a single today. Fastball up, strike called, 0-1. We're down 7 runs. I'm not going to steal. It's not worth it at this point. If we get closer, maybe within 3 or 4 runs, then I'll start doing it again. But for right now, not worrying about it. Heater up and away, high, 1-1. Slider down and in, inside, 2-1. Fastball down and in, pops it up. Left center, shallow. Salinas coming in. Lopez calls her off, makes the catch, 1 down. Next up, Manning. He's 0 for 2 today. Ed's still looking for his first hit as well. Fastball away, strike called, 0-1. Fastball up high, 1-1. Fastball up and in, chopper to second. Buffalo to second, 1. Lopez to first, double play, and that ends the inning. Bottom 7, it is 7-0. Spears, Yotto, and Ortiz do up against Salgado, entering his third inning of work. Spears 1 for 3 today with the single. Catcher leading off the inning here. First pitch curveball, middle of the plate, hangs to left field. Swiner back to the warning track, makes the catch, thankfully, 1 down. Good thing Spears is not a very good hitter. Next up, Yotter, 2 for 3 today, 2 singles and an RBI. First pitch fastball up and in. Line to center field, Warrimer back a few steps. Makes the catch, okay, 2 down. Next up is Ortiz, 0 for 3 today, and he's definitely going to bat here as he's got a shutout through 7. First pitch curveball hangs, strike called. Four-seamer down and away. Liner to short, right at Winkelson. 1-2-3 inning for Salgado as the rookie does his job. To the 8th, we're still down 7 runs. Macias, Salgado, and Winkelson do up. Here's Macias, 1 for 2 today with a single so far today. Slider down and away, low, ball 1. A little outside as well. Strike up on the heater, 1-1. Curveball down and in, grounded to second. Buffalo there, 1 down. So got to do up next. We are going to pinch hit for him. Coming off the bench is going to be rookie infielder Turtle Soto, still looking for his first hit of his career. Curveball hangs on the first pitch, ripped foul, 0-1. Little antsy there, rookie. Curveball down and in, chop foul. We'll do it again, 0-2. Curveball down and in, 3 straight curveballs, sky to right center. Over for Yotter, 2 down. Next up, Winkelson, 2 for 3 today with 2 singles. Slider low in the dirt, ball 1. Curveball hangs, line to center, 3rd hit today for Winkelson. He is 3 for 4. Attaboy and Wink, attaboy. 2-out single extends the inning for Norris. Catcher is 0 for 3 today. Fastball up and away, blew it by him, 0-1. Fastball up and away, blew it by him, 0-2. Fastball down and in, pulled foul, 0-2. Fastball up and away, chopper to second, Buffalo there to first, ends the inning. Oh joy. Soto's going to stay in. I'm going to... What am I going to do? Could sub off Manning. Yeah, let's do that. We're going to go to Holcorn out of the bullpen as Manning will come off and Soto will play 3rd. Bottom 7th, bottom 8, we're down 7-0. God send us, Buffalo and Salinas do up. I'm not subbing off Norris here because he is still a better fielder than Oliver, so we'll leave him in. Godsend is 0 for 3 today with a walk. He'll face the second-year pitcher Finley Holcorn, the specialist. Left-hander is 0-1 in the year with a 4.50 ERA and an 0.75 whip in 3 appearances. He's given up 2 earned runs, 4 innings pitched, 3 hits surrendered, 5 strikeouts recorded with 1 home run ball. Batting average against 188 for Holcorn. Specialist active against Godsend is here. Fastball fouled off, 0-1. Curveball down and in. Low in the dirt, 1-1. Change up and away. Line foul, 1-2. Slider down and away. Outside, 2-2. Receiver up and in. Line to left field, shallow. Swiner comes in, can't get there. Base hit for Godsendez. He's 1 for 4 today. Next up, Buffler, 3 for 4 today. He has singled twice, homered, and driven in 2 runs. First pitch curveball down and away. Check swing strike, 0-1. Change it down and in. Line to set short. Winkelson picks it on a hop, the second one. Diaz the first. Double play. Nice turn. 2 down, and that'll bring up Salinas. 2 for 4. 2 singles and an RBI today for Juniper. There's the 4-seamer up and away. Popped up foul behind the plate. Out of play. 0-1. Curveball down and away. Chop to the mound. Holcorn fields it cleanly to first. And that's going to be a 1-2-3 inning if you factor in the double play ball. To the 9th, we're still down 7-0. Heart of the lineup up, Warrior, Swiner, and Diaz. Our last chance to make this close, or at least respectable. Warrior leads off. He's 0 for 3 today in 10ths after making an error in the field earlier. Coming out of off the bench to take over in left field is Gregory Knockmore. Much better fielder than Salinas. Fastball down in the way, strike called, 0-1 as Ortiz looks for the complete game shutout. Curveball away, blooper to right field and shallow. Yoder can't get there, and Buffler thankfully is not that tall as he misses it. Base hit for Worrymore. He's now 1 for 4. Leadoff man on for Big Country, 1 for 3 with a single. High pitch active for Buck. Fastball up and in, strike called, 0-1, good pitch. Curveball down in the way low, 1-1. Fastball up and in, lined in the hole to second. That's a base hit past the diving Buffler. First 2 batters on in the inning. Can we ruin Ortiz's day by taking away his shutout? Let's see. Here's Diaz, 1 for 3 with a single. Fastball middle in, line at the middle, base hit for Diaz. Bases are going to be loaded here. Nowhere to put him. Nobody down. Ortiz backed into it. He'll face Balls Mahoney. Can he get it done? Mahoney 1 for 3 today. Fastball up, ball 1. Infield at double play depth. They are content with giving up the shutout. Fork ball down and in. Haven't seen that pitch much today from Ortiz. 2-0 the count. Fastball down the middle, line to right center field, and Mahoney's going to ruin it. And he's going to almost hit a home run as he was aiming for that little slit there between the 2 walls. 2-run single for Mahoney. It is 7-2. Holcorn due up next. We are pinch hitting for the pitcher. Coming off the bench will be Burnout, as the backup catcher, the lead catcher, who is tense, does have RBI man to help him out. Can Burnout deliver? Hitting .346, 7 RBIs on year for the tense backstop. Let's see if he can deliver. Ortiz no longer locked in. Fastball middle in, strike called, 0-1. Fastball up and in, line back to Ortiz, and he'll double off the runner at first. You bitch. The other word I wanted to say I can't say on a live stream. 2 down, and that'll bring up Macias, 1 for 3 today with a single. He's the last chance today. Strike in there, 0-1. Heater up, 1-1 the count. Fastball up and away. Macias cracks it to left center. He missed it. Out for it, McFreddy, and that ends the game. Buzzards do score 2 to ruin the shutout, but Ortiz still does throw a complete game as he takes the victory here. 7-2 as the Jacks blew up Paxton Griffith in the middle innings and never looked back from there as our offense got a lot of hits but couldn't deliver with runners on base. Tough breaks. That ends our 5-game winning streak as well, and now we're tied with the nemesis on top of the division. Thanks, Jacks. Thanks. 7-2 the final. Everybody in our lineup got a hit today except Norris, Manning, Oliver, Griffith, Doherty, and Soto. On the other side, everybody in the Jacks lineup got a hit except Knockmore, who didn't get to bat, and the pitcher Beavis Ortiz. They had a solo home run from Huffley Buffler, an RBI single from Buffler, single from Salinas, single from McFreddy, 2 RBI single from Lopez, and an RBI single from Yoder. For us, we had a 2 RBI single from Mahoney there in the 9th inning. Pitching lines, Griffith only 4 innings, 10 hits, 5 earned runs, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts, a home run given up. He falls to 1-2. Salgado, 3 innings of relief, giving up 1 earned run, his first of his career with 4 hits surrendered, 1 strikeout. And Holcorn pitches the 8th inning, giving up a hit. On the other side, Ortiz throws the complete game quality start, 11 hits, 2 earned runs. He improves to 2-0 on the year. Buffler, your player of the game with the home run, followed by Lopez, who had the 2 RBIs, and then Ortiz with his complete game. Tough break here in Game 1 as we do drop it to the Jacks, ending our winning streak, but we do still have a winning record. We are at 6-4, I believe, on the year, so we're still looking good. We can still bounce back in Game 2 and make something of this. Our final game of the road stand here as I check on this heat here in this room. What the hell? Who turned this up? It should be no higher than 60. Who the fuck is trying to burn me out up here? Alrighty, let's look around the league here. No moves were made, actually, so interesting. Okay. Seems like everyone's content for now. Let's go ahead and sim up to the next game against the Jacks as we get into Game 2 of this doubleheader. Looking around the league here in the simulation. Freebooters hold off the charge from the Sandcats, win 6-5. Sandcats rally to beat the Moose, 6-3. That's 7 wins on the year. Wild Pigs win 11 over the Sirloins, 2-1. Wild Loads beat the Overdogs Force, 5-1. Love to see it. Blowfish blow the Hot Corners out, 8-2. Platypi shut out the Heaters 7-0 as they extend their division lead. Beagles rally to win in 11, 3-2 over the Grapplers as they move into third place in that division. Sawtees shut out the Wild Pigs in the final game of the sim, 8-0. Okay, not bad, not bad. So the only team that played in our division was the Overdogs in that simulation, and they lost, so that was good for us. Alrighty, game 2 of the doubleheader. Here's the pitcher preview. On the mound for us will be Bon Bon, 2-0 with a 1.32 ERA and a 0.73 whip. And on the other side for the Jacks, it is veteran left-hander, 7th-year player Donk O, their OG ace. 1-0 with an 8.49 ERA and a 2.23 whip. As they did manage to re-sign O in the off-season, because he did test free agency. Looking at the player development options, again, this one for Hoki's not going to be here, so not going to worry about it. Holcorn could use the velocity. This is a good one right here for him. We'll keep this one in mind. Down 1 for Mahoney, too high of a chance for RBI dud. This one for Winkelson is not gonna. We're not gonna be able to afford it, so I'm not even worried about it. Oliver does not need the arm, so gonna let that one just sit there. This is the one I really wanted. This is a chance to get rid of bad jumps for Buck. This would be a huge upgrade if he can get this. Let's go for it. Come on, give me the RNG magic, baby. Only the 1 speed. That's fine. He was already plenty fast. 5 fielding, big roll there, big roll, up to 88. 1 arm to 84. Does not get it, damn it, I was hoping he got rid of it. Then again, he did just get high pitch, so I can understand why they didn't want to take away his negative trait and make him, you know, good. Even better than what he already was. Get rid of that bad jumps, guarantee you Swiner becomes an A+. Alrighty, and then next, after the next game, we'll get this one for Holcorn, and we'll see what's left in these other slots. Alrighty, let's set the lineup here for game 2 and jump into it. Alrighty, so Winkelson is going to lead off on fire at shortstop. Diaz is in at second. Then Swiner out in left. Burnout back in lineup at catcher. Worrymore still in center, still tense. Mahoney still in right. Daugherty back in lineup at first base. And Macias will be slotted in over at third base. I'm actually going to give Turtle Soda the start, because I want to get the rookie to get his first career hit. That's my goal here. Macias has been playing pretty well, so if Soto does have trouble, we can always bring Macias in for him. So that'll be the goal here. And then Bon Bon's going to be on the mound. Let's get it on. Let's see if we can bounce back here in game 2 of the doubleheader. Booters are not bad, but not good. Yep, right there, smack dab, extremely mid. Oh yeah, Donko, love it. Name is awesome. Ratings could be better. Give you a night game, I know, right? This one's just a fog game. Ugh, Winkelson, Diaz, and Swiner do up first here against the Jacks. Wink leading off on fire, 568 average, 1 homer, 9 RBIs. He had 3 hits in the first game. Paced the team in that category as he'll face Donk O, the veteran. O relegated to the number 2 slot in the rotation, 1-0 with an 8.49 ERA and a 2.23 whip. In his 2 starts, he's had a rough season. 11 earned runs given up. Whew, that's horrible. 11 2/3 innings. He gives up 1 run an inning. Jesus. Can't even average 6 innings a start. 22 hits surrendered, 2 homers, 4 walks, and 8 strikeouts. Batting average against .423 on the year. Let's get it on. Curveball in there at the knees, 0-1. Heater up high, 1-1. Curveball away, Wink skies at the center. This is an easy play out there for McFreddy. 1 down. Next up, head of the class. Diaz has contact with left-hander active here. He hits .342 now with 3 RBIs on the year. 2 hits in the first game for Diaz. Strike in there, 0-1. Heater low, 1-1. Change up inside, 2-1 the count. Slider away, hit up the middle to second, backhanded by Buffler. Easy play on the grounder, 2 down. That'll bring up Swiner. Big Country is high pitch active here, hitting .325. 1 homer, 1 RBI. Fastball down in the way low, ball 1. Curveball down in the way outside, 2-0. Change up low, 3-0. Slider low, ball 4. First walk from O as that extends the inning on a 4-pitch pass. That'll bring a burnout. Catcher hitting .333. 7 RBIs on the year for him. Pinch hit in game 1 and flew out in that. Lined it out in his first that at bat as it was a double play. Heater caught the outside corner, 0-1. Fastball way hit in the hole to second. Nice diving effort by Buffler, but it's off his glove into right field. That will allow Swiner to advance on the single. Runners at the corners. 2 down here for Worry Less. This will worry more. Contact for his left-hander active, hitting .346 with 3 RBIs. Worrymore went 1 for 4 in the first game with a single. He also made a fielding error in center field, which is why he is tense right now, as he could not field a hard-hit ground ball right at him. Because he's not a center fielder, he's a right fielder, and he wasn't a good fielder to begin with. Curveball down and in is low, ball 1. Curveball down and in, ripped in the hole to short. Nice diving play by Lopez in the hole. Fires the first, just in time, and that does end the inning. 1 hit and a walk for us in the first, but nothing happens. Bottom 1, Godsendez, Buffler, and Salinas due up against Bonbon, 4th-year starter. Godsendez leading off, 1 for 9 on the season, as he had 1 hit in the first game. He went 1 for 4. Here's Bonbon's numbers on the season. Emily, in her 2 starts, has a 2-0 record, a 1.32 ERA, and an 0.73 WHIP. She's given up 1 run in each of her 2 starts, so 2 runs total. 13 2/3 innings pitched, so almost 7 innings to start on average. 9 hits surrendered, 1 walk, 1 homer, and 10 strikeouts with a hit batsman. Batting average against for her on the year is the team leading, well, rotation leading 184. Here we go. First pitch cutter away to Devin is a strike call at 0-1 as we look at the Jacks lineup here. After Godsendez, it is Buffler at second, Salinas in left, McFreddy in center, Moonshada at third, Lopez at short, Samuel Perez in at catcher getting the start over Spears, Yoder in right field, the only difference. So basically it's the same order as last game, except Perez is in for Spears. That's the only difference. And the Jacks, interestingly, are still carrying 5 outfielders. What the fuck is wrong with this team? 1, 2, 3, 4. They're carrying 6 outfielders. Are you serious? How does this team even win? How does this team even work? There's no infield depth. What the fuck? This doesn't make any sense. What is the AI doing out here? Anyway, to each its own, I guess. Two-seamer down and in, low, 1-1. Two-seamer down and away, lined at the middle to short. Nice diving attempt by Winkelson. He makes the stop to first, 1 down. Next up, Buffler hitting .325, 3 homers, 5 RBIs for Buffler. He kicked off the scoring in game 1 with a big solo blast in the 3rd inning, and the Jacks never looked back from there. He also drove in another run later in the game. Curveball in there is a strike, 0-1. Seamer at the knees, strike called, 0-2. Cutter up and in, inside, 1-2. Two-seamer up and away, check swing, strike 3 called. First punch over Bonbon, 2 down. Next up, Salinas. Left fielder is hitting .263 on the year. 1 homer, 3 RBIs, and she still has inside pitch active here. Two-seamer up and away. Outside, 1-0. Slider away. Rip to third. Soto there catches the liner, and that's a 1-2-3 inning. To the second, we're scoreless. Mahoney, Doherty, and Soto do up against O. Leading off is Balls Mahoney. Carter had 2 hits in the first game, driving in our only 2 runs on a single in the 9th inning. Hitting .394 with 1 homer, 6 RBIs this year. Fastball away from O is outside, ball 1. Slider in there low, 2-0. Fastball up and away, hard chopper to second, right at Buffler, 1 down. Next up, Doherty, first baseman pinch hit in the first game, and she flew out. Hitting .316 on the year, 2 RBIs, her first start in 3 games as she was healing from a dislocated shoulder injury. Now fully healed up, right shoulder's good to go. Change up in the dirt, ball 1. Fastball up and away, high, 2-0. Slider at the knees, line to left center. Nice leaping play by Lopez to save extra bases. 2 down, bases empty for the rookie third baseman, Turtle Soto. 0 for 1 in the first game with the flyout. This pinch hitter. Still looking for his first career hit. Curveball up, strike called, 0-1. Curveball at the knees, chopped in the hole to short, backhanded by Lopez, a 1-2-3 inning for O. No issues for him. Bottom 2 were scoreless. McFreddy, Moonshada, and Lopez do up. Center fielder Joey McFreddy leads off, hitting .275, 7 RBIs on the year as he drove in a run in the first game on a single. Fastball at the knees, strike called, 0-1. Slider up and away, outside, 1-1. Two-seamer down and in is in the dirt. Good pick there by Oliver, 2-1. One-seamer down, low, 3-1. Curveball up, strike called at the letters, full count. Cutter down and away, fouled off, we'll do it again. Two-seamer up and away, popped up to right field. Mahoney in a few steps calling for it. Makes the catch, one down. Next up is Moonshada, third baseman, hitting .278, 1 homer, 6 RBIs on the year. It's two-seamer at the knees. Ripped hard at the middle, base hit for Moonshada. Nice diving play by Worrymore to keep it in front of him. Moonshada on with 1 down, and that'll bring out Lopez, shortstop, hitting .286. 5 RBIs on the year for Charlie. Drove in 2 runs in the first game on a single. This was four-seamer down and in. Inside, ball 1. Curveball at the knees, low, 2-0. Cutter up and in. Strike called, inside, 2-1. Two-seamer up and away. Popped up foul. Oliver going over. Off the backstop, it's a foul ball, 2-2. Curveball down and away. Chopped in the hole to third. Soto there, fires the second 1. Diaz the first. Double play around the horn. 5-4-3. That ends the inning. Good turn by the rookie to the third. We're scoreless. Bonbon, Winkelson, and Diaz do up here for us. Bonbon leading off the inning. 1 for 5 on the season as a batter. Rocks and fires. Fastball high. Ball 1. Change up in the dirt, 2-0. Fastball up, foul back, 2-1. Fastball at the knees, lined at the middle, base hit for Bonbon. First hit today for her. She'll be on to start the third for us. That is going to bring up Winkelson. Wink is 0 for 1 today with a ground out. Fly out to center. Always get my batters mixed up. Change it down and in, inside from ball 1. Curveball in the dirt, 2-0. Fastball down and in, chop to short. Lopez the second 1. Buffalo to first, just late. Fielder's choice for Winkelson as he's on. 1 down. Here's Diaz, 0 for 1. Diaz grounded out the second his first time up. Slider in the dirt, ball 1. Change it down and in, strike called, 1-1. Fastball inside, pulled foul, 1-2 the count. Pick off the first, nothing doing. Pick off the first again, Winkelson going, throw down by Gonzalez in time. Winkelson picked off again, that's the 4th time he's been picked off this season. He is now 5 for 9 on the year. 2 down, bases empty, 1-2 pitch coming to Diaz. Fastball up is fouled off, we'll do it again. Now locked in, and he gets a changeup, fools Diaz as he swings through it. First punch out for and that's going to end the inning. Bottom 3, we're scoreless. Perez, Yoder, and do up. Catcher Samuel Perez leading off, sat out game 1 to rest. He's hitting .367, 3 homers, 10 RBIs on the year for Samuel, who's now the bona fide starting catcher here for the Jacks. Fastball away, strike called, 0-1. Ball down and in. Ripped into left field corner. Swiner going back for it. Dives, makes that catch. Nice play, Big Country. 1 down. Showing off that fielding boost. Next up, Yoder, right fielder, hitting .233. 3 RBIs on the year for Javi. Singled in a run in the first game. Fastball up high, ball 1. Ball down and in. Ripped hard to third. Soto there picks it cleanly to first. 2 down. Next up is the pitcher, locked in, hitting .600 on the year with 2 RBIs. Bonbon now locked in as well. Strike up and in on the heater, 0-1. Cutter away, strike called, 0-2. Two-seamer inside, misses, 1-2. Four-seamer up and away, fouled off, 1-2. Two-seamer up and in, chased it, strike 3. Third punch out for Bonbon today. That ends the inning. To the 4th, we're scoreless. Swiner, Oliver, and Worrymore do up. Big Country leading off, walked his first time up and was stranded at third base in the first inning. Fastball up high, ball one. Fastball but in line to left field. That is sinking quickly and down for a hit. Big Country has his first hit today. He's 1 for 1 as he's on to start the fourth. Next up, Burnout. Catcher 1 for 1 today with a single. Fastball down and in is inside, ball one. Change up inside, strike called, 1-1. Fastball up and away, line down the right field line by Oliver. That is a fair ball, into the corner it goes. Second is Swiner, he'll get to third easily. Runners at the corners now, none down. Buzzards threatening here, and that'll bring up Worry Less. He's 0 for 1 today. Contact for his left-hander active here for him as the infield is in to prevent the run from scoring. Curveball up and away, strike called, 0-1. Curveball at the knees, line to center field, and Worrymore is going to deliver an RBI single. It is 1-0 Buzzards. First and second now, none down for Mahoney. He's 0 for 1. Change it down and in is inside and low, ball one. Curveball up and away, one hopper to second. Buffler backhands it to second one. Lopez to first, double play. Runner gets the third though, 2 down. Here's DDP. She's 0 for 1 today. Looking to deliver her first hit back in the starting lineup. Change it low, ball one. Slider down, lined up the middle, base hit for Daugherty as DDP delivers a 2-out single, 2-0 Buzzards. Already matched our run total from the first game of this doubleheader. That'll bring up the rookie Turtle Soto. Grounded out his first time up, he's 0 for 1. Fastball down and in, strike called, 0-1. Fastball away, Soto skies it, right center field, over for Yoder. He'll make the catch, and that ends the inning. Bottom four, we're still up 2-0. Godsendez, Buffler, and Salinas due up against Bonbon. Here's Godsendez, he's 0 for 1 today. First his fastball inside, misses, ball one. Ball down and away, strike at the knees, 1-1. Slider up and away, outside, 2-1. Two-seamer inside, check swing inside, 3-1. Four-seamer away, check swing strike, full count. Cutter up and in, line to third, leaping is Soto. Nice catch by the rookie, 1 down. Good reactions at the hot corner, and that'll bring up Buffalo, who's 0 for 1. First pitch curveball away, grounded up the third base line, just foul. Whew. Looked fair, 0-1. Cutter up, chased it, 0-2. Slider down and in, chased it inside, strike 3. Strikeout for Bonbon, 2 down in the inning. That'll bring up Salinas, 0 for 1. Away, lined in the hole to second on the ground. Diaz dives, knocks it down, picks it up to first in time. 1-2-3 inning for Bonbon as that ends the inning. To the fifth, we're still up 2-0. Bonbon, Winkelson, and Diaz due up against Bonbon leading off, 1 for 1 today with a single as she's locked in. Change up at the knees, 0-1. Fastball up and away, outside, 1-1. Fastball up, lined in the left field softly. Coming over in the gap is Salinas to make the catch, 1 down. Next up is Winkelson. He's 0 for 2 today, still looking for his first hit as he grounded into a double play. Fielder's choice last time up. Fastball inside, strike called, 0-1. Gator low, 1-1. Change up inside on the check, 2-1. Change up middle in, rip foul, 2-2 the count now. Change it down and in, pulled foul again, still 2-2. Change him up and in, pulled foul again, still 2-2. Change up at the knees, Winkelson hits it decently well to left field. Back to the warning track in front of it is Salinas. She'll put it away, 2 down. Now getting up Diaz, he's over 2, head of the class, still looking for his first hit off the left-hander today. Fastball up and away, strike called, 0-1. Slider down and in, chopper to short. Right there's Lopez to first. 1-2-3 inning for O. Bottom 5, it's still 2-0 Buzzards. McFreddy, Moonshada, and Lopez due up. McFreddy leading off. He's 0 for 1 today, still looking for his first hit on the cards. Just fastball at the knees, hard grounder to first, past the diving Daugherty into right field. Mahoney comes up throwing for first, but it is way late. Lead off man on. Here's Moonshada, 1 for 1 today with a single. Slider down and away. Check swing strike called. 0-1. Two-seamer down and in. Grounder to second. Diaz charges, backhands it, flips the second one. Winkelson the first in time. Double +3. Taylor made. Now to bring up Lopez. 0-1. First pitch cutter inside. Misses. Ball 1. Four-seamer up and away. Check swing outside. 2-0. Two-seamer down and away. Check swing strike called. 2-1. Curveball hangs. Lopez skies it to right field. Mahoney back a few steps to the warning track. Now in. Makes the catch, and that will end the inning. To the sixth, it's still 2-0. Swiner, Oliver, and Warrimore. Heart of the lineup coming up for the Buzzards as we look to add some insurance runs to this lead. Leading off the inning is Big Country. He singled last time up. He's also walked today. He's 1 for 1. He also scored a run today. Fastball low, ball 1. Fastball up and away, blew it by him, 1-1. Change at the knees, line to right field well, but it's right at Yoder, 1 out. Next up, Burnout, 2 for 2 day for the catcher. He's also scored a run. Fastball up and in high, ball 1. Fastball low, 2-0. Curveball away, skied to right center field, hit pretty well. Going over McFreddy, he'll call off Yoder, makes the catch on the warning track, 2 down. Next up, Worrymore, 1 for 2 with an RBI single last time up. He's still tense, though. Curveball at the knees, line through the middle, base hit for Worrymore. He's 2 for 3 today. Puts him on as he brings himself back to neutral mojo finally. 2 out single keeps the inning line for Mahoney, who chopped into a double play last time up. He is 0 for 2. Fastball on the way outside, ball 1. Runner goes, fastball up, strike called, throw down by Perez, late and low. First steal of the year for Worrymore, I believe. It is, he's 1 for 1. 1-1 count to Mahoney now. Changeup hangs, ripped foul, 1-2. Fastball down, skied to center field off the end of the bat. McFreddy back a few steps. Makes the catch, and that will end the inning. Bottom 6, we're still up 2-0. Perez, Yoder, and Ode up here for the Jacks. Perez leading off, he's 0 for 1 today. There's his fastball at the knees, chop foul, 0-1. Slider up and in, strike called, 0-2. Ball down and away, chased it in dirt, grounder to third, Soto charges, plays to first, 1 down. Next up, Yoder, he's 0 for 1 today. First pitch cutter up and in, inside, ball 1. Two-seamer down and in, low, 2-0. Curveball middle in, rip foul, 2-1. Four-seamer inside, misses, 3-1. Slider up and in, fouled off, full count. Cutter down and in, fouled off. Four-seamer inside, misses, ball 4. First walk for Bonbon today. Runner on at first, 1 down. Here's 0 for 1. And he'll be pinch hit for by backup catcher Arm Spears, hitting .273. Spears had 1 hit in the first game. He went 1 for 4. First pitch two-seamer away. Swung through it, 0-1. Four-seamer at the knees. Strike called, 0-2. Slider up and in. Liner softly to left center. That is going to be down for a hit. Swiner gets it in quickly. Runners at first and second now with 1 down as the Jacks are threatening. Bring up Godsendez. He's 0 for 2 today. First pitch four-seamer down in the dirt. Ball 1. Slider down and away. Hard ground up the middle. Base hit for Godsendez, and that is going to load the bases up here. Still only 1 down in the inning as the Jacks are putting something together here. Here's Buffler, 0 for 2. First pitch two-seamer down and away. Outside, ball 1. Cutter up and in. Turned on him, ripped foul. Buffler crushed it, but it's way early on it. 1-1 pitch coming. Slider down and in. Chopper to third. Soto there. Plays at the second. 1. Diaz to first. Double play around the horn. 5-4-3, and we get out of the bases loaded jam with no runs scoring. Shutout through 6 for Bonbon. Is coming out of the bullpen is right-hander Hugh Jacobs, the first reliever we've seen from the Jacks in this doubleheader. To the 7th, we're still up 2-0. Doherty, Soto, and Bonbon look to get us started. Doherty 1 for 2 today. DDP singled in a run earlier in the game. That should be the first batter to face the right-hander Jacobs. Hugh on the season has no record, a 13.50 ERA and a 2.25 WHIP for the 7th-year vet. 4 appearances, he's given up 8 earned runs, 5 1/3 innings pitched, 9 hits surrendered, 3 walks, 2 homers, 1 hit batsman, and 1 strikeout. Batting average against on the year for him, .375. First pitch to Doherty, fastball inside, strike called, 0-1. Heater up and away, outside, 1-1. Fastball but in, line by Doherty to left. Just caught by Salinas on their shoestrings. 1 down. That'll bring up the rookie Soto, who's hitless today, 0 for 2 with a ground out and a fly out. Fastball up, Soto fouls it off and out of play, 0-1. Fastball outside, 1-1. Curveball at the knees, Soto hits it off the end of the bat to center field. Easy fly ball for McFreddy, 2 down in the inning. That'll bring up Bonbon, 1 for 2 with a single today. Flew out last time up as that curveball hits the dirt, ball 1. Fastball but in, line through the middle. Nice diving play by Lopez behind the bag, throw to first. Just laid infield single for Bonbon, she's 2 for 3. Keeps the inning alive here for Winkelson, who's 0 for 3. Fastball up, it's high, ball 1. Slider at the knees, lined off the end of the bat into center. Good hit for Winkelson, he's 1 for 4. 2 on, 2 down now for the Buzzards as we're in business. Here's Diaz, 0 for 3. Loses his contact for his left-hander trait, and he's still trying to find his first hit today. Fastball down the middle, 0-1. Curveball up and away, line to right center. That is down for a hit. Coming around third, Bonbon. She's going to score. RBI single for Diaz. It is 3-0. As the runners are at the corners now with 2 down. Here's Swiner. Big country 1 for 2 today. He has singled, walked, and flown out today. Pick off to first. Runner going to second. Run's going to score, and with the rundown going on, Diaz will eventually be tagged out trying to he will be caught stealing, but a run does score. Heads up base running there by Winkelson. It is 4-0 Buzzards. Bottom 7, Salinas, McFreddy, and Moonshado do up. Salinas 0 for 2 today, intense. First pitch to her, curveball down in the way in the dirt, ball 1. Four-seamer at the knees. Grounder up the middle, base hit for Salinas as she'll be on with her first hit today. She's 1 for 3. Leadoff woman on in the 7th for the Jacks. Here's McFreddy, 1 for 2 with a single. Slider down in the way. Liner to third, past the diving Soto, base hit. There's 2 batters on now for the Jacks as they're in business. Moonshot up, he's 1 for 2 today with a single, currently tense. First pitch slider down and in, ripped to short. Winkelson leaps, makes the catch, flips the second in time as they double off Salinas. 2 down, runner at first for Lopez. He's 0 for 2. Nice heads-up play by Winkelson. You wouldn't know it when you look at him, but he's actually an outfielder. Good reactions there at the shortstop position. Fastball at the knees, skied to center on the first pitch. Warrior in, center fielder calling for it. Makes the catch, and that ends the inning as we put up another 0 to the 8. We're still up 4-0. Hearted lineup up for the Buzzards. Swiner, Oliver, and Warrior. Swiner leading off. Resets his at-bat after the pickoff last inning. Speaking of that, Diaz is now 0 for 1 on stolen base attempts this year, but he did allow our 4th run to score with that rundown. Swiner 1 for 2 today with a single and a walk and a run scored. Heater up and away high, ball 1. Heater up, 2-0. Fastball away, chopped in the hole to third. Moonshot there to first, 1 down. Next up, Oliver, 2 for 3 day for burnout. I see a single twice. Fastball at the knees, strike called, 0-1. Fastball up and in, line to short. Easy catch for Lopez, 2 down. Now to bring up Warrior, 2 for 3 day with 2 singles and an RBI for the center fielder. Fastball up, it misses high, ball 1. Heater away, misses, 2-0. Fastball down the way, Warrior crushes it to right center field, hit well off the end of the bat. Running it down in the gap there was Yoder. He'll make the catch on the warning track, 1-2-3 inning for Jacobs. Bottom 8, we're still up 4-0 though. Perez, Yoder, and Jacobs do up against Bonbon. There's Perez 0 for 2 today, still looking for his first hit. First pitch curveball up and away. Check swing strike called, 0-1. Seam up and in. Popped up right center. Mahoney going over in the gap. Runs it down for the first out. Next up, Yoder 0 for 1 today with a walk. First pitch curveball down and in. Strike called at the knees, 0-1. Cutter up and in. High, 1-1. Two-seamer down and in. Ripped on the ground to short, right at Winkelson. On to first. 2 down. That'll bring up Jacobs, hitless on the air. Pinch hitter coming for him, I assume. It is left fielder Gregory Knockmore, who was a defensive sub in the 9th inning last game, hitting .273 on the year with 1 homer, 4 RBIs. First pitch two-seamer away. Strike called, 0-1. Heater down in the way. Strike called, 0-2. Tough out activates for Knockmore here. Cutter up and in, way high, 1-2. Ball down and in the dirt, 2-2. Two-seamer hangs. Knockmore takes it right down the middle. Strike 3 called, and that ends the inning. 1-2-3 inning for Bonbon as Bozer comes out of the bullpen, the left-handed specialist on the mound. To the 9th, it is 4-0. Mahoney, Daugherty, and Soto will face Bozer. Leading off is Mahoney. Balls is 0-for-3 today, still looking for his first hit off the bench. Let's see what numbers Bozer brings to the table this year. He is in 3 appearances, no record, a 0 ERA, and a 107 whip, no runs given up in 4 2/3 innings pitched. He has surrendered 4 hits with a walk and struck out 4 batters. Batting average against .222 on the year for Bozer. Not bad. Solid numbers for the 7th-year vet. Sets and fires. Fastball at the knees. Strike called, 0-1. Slider inside, ripped down the left field line by Mahoney over the leaping third baseman's glove. Into the corner it goes. Extra bases for him. Mahoney on with the leadoff double in the 9th. He's now 1-for-4. Puts himself in scoring position here for Daugherty. DDP 1-for-3 today with an RBI single. However, she is facing specialist as it activates for Bozer. Screwball in there, 0-1 at the letters. Slider middle in, ripped down the right field line into the corner. That drops for a hit. Daugherty will get her second RBI of the game as Mahoney comes in to score. 5-0 Buzzards. Brings up the rookie Turtle Soto, 0-for-3 today with 2 flyouts and a groundout today. Slider hangs on the first pitch, line to left center field, and Soto's going to get his first career hit as that splits the fielders all the way to the wall it goes. Going to third, Daugherty. She'll think about scoring, but she'll hold there. First career hit there for Turtle Soto. It is a double. Give me that ball. It took him till now to get it done, but congratulations, Turtle. Turtle, you've done it. Bonbon due up next. She will bat as she is going for a shutout next inning. 2-for-3 today with 2 singles and a fly out. Infield in. Specialist active. Strike called at the letters, 0-1. Changes screwball down and in. Sky to center. Freddie in, he'll make the catch, 1 down. Runners will hold as that is way too shallow to try and score. Next up is Winkelson, 1-for-4 day for the center fielder. He was singled earlier. Change with the knees, ripped in the hole past the diving shortstop into left field. Base hit for Wink. He'll drive in a run. It is 6-0. Runners at the corners now, 1 down. Here's head of the class, 1-for-4 today. RBI single last time up. He's also been caught stealing once and has contact for his left-hander active against the now tense Bozer. Screwball low, fouled off, 0-1. Pass down and in, chop to short. Throw comes home, runners get back. Play to first made by Perez. 2 down, runners at second and third for Big Country. 1-for-3 with a single and a walk today. Specialist active, let's see if Buck can fight through it and come through with a clutch hit. Change it down and in, misses, ball 1. Screwball away, misses, 2-0. Screwball in there, 2-1 the count. Slider at the knees, Swiner turns on it, cracks it right center field, hit pretty well. Back at the wall, McFreddy leaping, it's gone! Into the nest of the Buzzards bullpen, home run for Big Country, his second of the year, and that 3-run blast breaks it open. It is 9-0 Buzzards. Next up, Burnout, 2-for-4 day with 2 singles, as Bozer is still tense. Screwball hangs, line to right center field, that's in the gap. That could be extra bases for Oliver, though Yoder does field it cleanly, so we'll hold him to a single. Bozer now rattled, and that'll bring up Worry Less. 2-for-4, 2 singles and an RBI. Contact for his left-hander active as well here. Fastball high, misses, ball 1. Changeup pulled foul, way early, 1-1. Check swing high, 2-1. Fastball up and in, liner to center. McFreddy coming in. He will make the catch, and that will end the inning. But the Buzzards break it open here with 5 runs in the 9th, capped off by the big 3-run blast by Big Country. 9-0 to the bottom of the 9th. Godsendez, Buffalo, and Salinas are what stand between Bon and a shutout. Here's Godsendez, 1 for 3 today with a single. First pitch 4-seamer away. Driven to center field, hit pretty well. Warrior turns around. He will not run it down as that bound one hops to the wall at the deepest part of the park. Leadoff double for Godsendez. That'll bring up Buffalo 0 for 3 today in tenths. First pitch curveball down and away. Low, ball 1. 4-seamer at the knees. Strike called with 1-1. How many strikeouts does she have today? Bon has 1 strikeout. Really? Oh, she has 4. Sorry, I can't read. 1-1 the count. 2-seamer away. Strike called. 1-2. Cutter up. Taking called strike 3. 5th punch up for Bon. 1 down. Next up Salinas. 1 for 3 with a single. This was 4-seamer down in the way. Hitting the hole to right. Mahoney charges. Runner holds at third. Runners at the corners. 1 down. Next up, McFreddy, 2 for 3 today with 2 singles. An RBI man active is coming off the bench to pinch run. Right fielder Murky nubs wobbles as he takes over for Salinas at first base. First pitch slider down and in. Ripped foul, 0-1 by McFreddy. Cutter up and away. Check swing outside, 1-1. 4-seamer down and away. Chopped in front of the plate. Foul, 1-2. Well, down and away. Line at the middle to second. Nice diving play by Diaz. Flips to second, 1. Winkleson to first, just late. Fielder's choice. Run scores, 9-1. The shutout is lost. Then shot up next, 1 for 3 with a single. I'm still going to let Bon try and finish it since she's 1 out away here. First pitch 2-seamer down and away. Strike call, 0-1. 4-seamer at the knees. Ground up the middle, past the diving Diaz. Right center it goes. Runner going for third. Throw for Moore is going to be late. Runners at the corners, 2 down, and that is going to do it for Bon. Now she'll go 8 2/3 innings as Lopez is due up next. Shortstop 0 for 3. Bon gives up 9 hits, 1 walk, 1 earned run so far. Strikes out 5 batters, 1 out away from a shutout. Runners on base, her responsibility, but she will leave with at worst a quality start. Coming out of the bullpen here to shut it down is going to be Hesto Despot. Despot on the year has no record at 4.26 ERA and an 0.95 WHIP. In 3 appearances, he's given up 3 earned runs in 6 1/3 innings, 6 hits surrendered, 1 of them a homer, and he has struck out 7 batters. Batting average against .240 on the year. Just needs 1 out to slam the door. First pitch 2-seamer up. Lopez fouls it back. 0-1. Lopez 0 for 3 today. Fastball up and away. High. 1-1. Ball down and away. Lined up the middle, and that is a seeing eye single for Lopez. 9-2 the score. First and second now for Perez, 0 for 3 today. Ball up and away, outside, ball 1. Fastball down and in. Line to first. Doherty backhands it, makes the catch, and that ends the inning. Buzzards win in game 2 to split the doubleheader. 9-2 the final score, as we also come 1 out shy of a shutout. Bon does give up 2 earned runs there in the 9th, 1 of them while she was pitching, the other one on the reliever Despot. Good offensive day, though, as we really broke it open late, pitched really well. Everything we didn't do in game 1, we did in game 2, so I'm happy with the split, even though I feel like we probably should have swept this. With how we were playing coming into it, of course. Looking at the lineup, everybody got a hit today, including Turtle Soto, as the rookie finally gets his first career hit after 11 tries to get on base. He finally does it. On the other side, everybody in the lineup for the Jacks got a hit today, except for Buffler, Perez, Yoder, and Knockmore. RBIs for McFreddy and Lopez there on singles in the 9th inning. For us, McFreddy's was a fielder's choice ground out. For us, Big Country had the big 3-run bomb in the 9th to break it open. Diaz had an RBI single, Winkleson an RBI single, Worrymore an RBI single, and Doherty 2 RBI singles. He also scored another run when Diaz got in a rundown on the base paths and allowed the 9th runner to score uncontested. Pitching lines, Bon 8 2/3 quality start, 9 hits, 2 earned runs, a walk, 5 strikeouts. She improves to 3-0 on the year. Hesto Despot gets the last out in the 9th, giving up a hit and one inherited base runner to score. On the other side for the Jacks, Donko takes the loss. He goes 6 innings, giving up 7 hits, 2 earned runs, a walk, 1 strikeout. He falls to 1-1 despite throwing a quality start. Jacobs throws 2 innings out of the pen, giving up 3 hits and 2 earned runs. And then Buzzards gives up 5 runs on 6 hits and a home run in 1 inning. Player of the game is Big Country with the big 3-run homer, followed by Bon Bon with her almost complete game shutout. And Doherty is the 3rd place finisher. Not bad at all. At least we got one. We won one of them. That's what matters. Alrighty. So that's a good split for us. We're now at 7-4 on the year. Looking good. Looking around the league, couple moves were made. Bo Belter is picked up, released by the Moonstars actually for Katrina Diaz. Class's cousin now has a job again. Deputy gets +9 speed. He's a pitcher, doesn't matter. Hurls +5 speed, love to see it. Deputy +3 junk, now that's what you like to see. Javier Cortez is back to the Moonstars as he replaces Enrique Goyo, the veteran outfielder. Overdogs sign Yvette Victorino as she returns home, replacing veteran Willie Bacon as the OG center fielder is back. Let's go ahead and sim up to our next game. We got a lot of games to get through here. And that's going to end our 5-game road stretch. We win 4 of the 5 games on the road. That's impressive. I was worried we were going to suck there, but hey, we got it done. Sirloins blow the Herbivores out of the water. Jesus, 16-3. Crocs beat the Heaters there 3-2. Let's go ahead and sim up here. We're just going to worry about the ones in our conference at this point. And the Freebooters, of course, can't forget them. Beewles beat up on the Platypi and almost choke it away, though, 7-6. Game 2 of that doubleheader, Beewles are gonna blow it this time, 9-8. So split there for the Platypi, but they're now at 9 wins, clinching their playoff spot, it looks like. Moose win 4-2. Oh, Freebooters taking on the Moose here. Come on, Freebooters. See if you can get that revenge. Yep, they earned the split. Win 9-2. Love to see it. Don't worry about that one or that one. Jacks taking on the Nemesis here. Let's see if the Jacks can bounce back. They blow it to the Nemesis in the 9th, 6-4. That sucks. Nemesis now tied with us at 7-4 atop the division. Crocodons rally and beat the Overdogs 7-5 as they keep pace with us as well. It's now a 3-way tie at the top of the division. Holy crap. Wildloads winning extras over the Heaters 8-7 as the Heaters are falling apart. They were 6-1. They've lost 5 games in a row. Jacks win 9-3. They're now back in it. Nemesis drop out of the tie, and then the Overdogs split the doubleheader with the Crocs, and we're in sole possession of first place again. You love to see it. Crocs crushed the Nemesis there 8-2. Freebooters taking on the hot corners here. Freebooters jump out early, blow the lead, and blow the game 7-6. That sucks. Then against them again, this time to get it done 5-3. Freebooters keeping their playoff hopes alive. They win in extras over the Herbivores as well, 2-1. Come on, Booters. Come on, Booters. Damn it, they lost 4-3. They got 1 game left to play, and they're at 8-7 already. Grappers crushed the Wildloads there. Okay. Alrighty, looking at the playoff picture, Overdogs are 1 loss away from being eliminated. Wildloads are officially eliminated at 9 losses. Same with the Sirloins, and I'm also confident saying the Moose are not going to make it either at 3-8. So those 3 teams are officially out of the playoffs. Everyone else still mathematically in, although their chances are a lot smaller than others. For us, we are tied with the Crocs atop the division once again, as they sit at 8-5, and we are at 7-4, with a 1-game lead combined over the Nemesis. And we will be taking on the Overdogs for the 2nd and final time this season next episode, as we'll be at home. I believe this starts another homestand here. It's a 2-game homestand. It's a quick one. We're going to take on the Overdogs, and then we are going to play the Jacks again, and we're going to face Beavis Ortiz to try and get revenge for that almost shutout he threw against us. That'll be fun. But pitching matchup, Overdogs come in at 5-7, look to keep their playoff hopes alive with a win. They'll send their ace, Lad Bradwick, to the hill. He is 1-1 with 3.74 ERA and an 0.88 WHIP. And for us, we'll counter with Trenton Deputy, our 4 pitcher, 1-0 with a 2.57 ERA and a 1.07 WHIP. Go ahead and look at these player development options here. Not going to get this one for Hokie, can't afford it. Decent one for Deputy here. I'm considering going for that one. The chance for walk prone does scare me a little bit, though. Pewter Base, dumb one. Too high of a chance to give it a K-Man. Bon really for 1 junk. I'm not going to pay that much money for 1 junk. I need something more than that. Oliver, dumb one for him, not going to worry about it. So this is between Holcorn and Deputy. What benefits us more? Honestly, I think the velocity is going to benefit us more. Plus, it's cheaper, so we can still get this one next time out. If it's still here, of course. So we'll get Holcorns now, and then we'll think about this one next time. Let's go for this. Holcorn gets the small roll, only 2 velocity, but still he's up to 29 with 1 junk up to 67. Love to see it. Getting a little bit better. Alrighty, let's go ahead and set the lineup for next episode and call it a day. Alright, Winkelson will be back in center field as he is still locked in. Diaz at second base will be batting second. Worrymore in and right, still 10th, batting third. Big Country on left, bats fourth, he is locked in. Batting fifth behind the dish is Burnout. Batting sixth at shortstop is Nathaniel Hurls, getting the start because of his power versus right-hander trait. Doherty will be batting 7th at first base, and Manning will be back in lineup at third base, batting 8th, with Deputy on the mound, batting 9th. And that is going to do it for this mega episode here, guys. Good doubleheader against the Jacks. We probably should have swept it, but I am content with the split, as we did manage to fight back from our poor showing in Game 1, as we lost 7-2, to then win 9-2 in the second game, as we blasted it open late against the bullpen. With that win, with that split, we are still in first place in the division, but we are now tied with the Crocodons, who sit at 8-5. We come in at 7-4. There are 5 games left in the season. We are going to need to win a majority of them in order to hold on to this division lead. Next time out, we're taking on the Overdogs. We'll see if we can get the job done. If you guys made it this deep in the video, thank you so much for tuning in. I always appreciate seeing everybody in the chat and seeing everyone stick around and just watching me ramble on for, 90 minutes today, just, playing baseball and having fun. Love it, guys. Love seeing you here. If you haven't already, hit the follow button down below here on Twitch to be notified next time I go live. And if you haven't already on YouTube, leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel. Link to Twitch in the description below, and I'll see you all in the next one. Until then, this is the Nasty One, signing off.